motion. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and they all fire. I don't spill words, I Spielberg on a beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the G. Show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the street. He's so good to me. He's so good. She like he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise.
On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Voyagers of Toronto taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
50, green, black shot, red, cycle.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Jaguars at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
32, Edo Blue, Blaster 6, Black Ultra. Drill green. Ready.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Ready, set. Come on, set. Black, steel, black, set.
On play action, they'll throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. If you look at this defense, they were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Red. Flag blue.
22-yard line.
Ready.
Second and 11. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Usually in this spot, you'd hear an offensive coordinator saying, don't feel like you've got to get this all back at once. But here, they give up the opening touchdown and say, no time like the present to show what we can do, too. And that's big yardage on their initial play from scrimmage.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Voyagers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Right, 6, set.
Right back to him on first down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Hey, check mega. Hut.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready. Set.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Shrugs him off. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Claude Ray. Down. Set. Hut.
Back to throw here. And his throw here is incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Nix to the air. A short throw there to Strange. First target, first catch, and a first down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now it's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw is Nix. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It's 2nd down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Nix from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, green. Red, 38. Needle blue. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Set, hut, slide blue. 60 red, drill green. Ready.
Looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Pushes past him. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
And the Toronto first down.
To throw, here's Nix. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Jaguars will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, it's often the end result.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Ready, break.
This a 2nd and 8.
Down. Yellow, 43.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready, ready. Black, 95.
And now they'll shift things around.
Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Come on, set. Cut, cut.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it to about the 40. 2nd down and 8.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. In motion right, Dobbs. On play action, here's Nix. A short throw there to Strange. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down, Toronto.
Back to throw. Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
In motion right, Dobbs. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Nix. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nix. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Off the play fake, Nix. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Jaguars' 6-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That is Josh Hines Allen working his way in for the sack. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Voyagers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. 6, 10 black.
They'll drop the throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Backfield empty here. It's 3rd and long.
Green Jack. Come on, set. Red, 38. Blaster, 6. Spike, white. Set, go.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That's good for a Toronto first down. First and 10 at the 27.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. Operating from the gun, Nix. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. He's across midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Working out of the gun is Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, blue. 6, 45, 1. Blue striker.
They'll set up to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Ready?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Jaguars first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's 2nd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Okay,
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Down. Yellow, 22. Ready.
Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Set.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
This is 1st and 10. He's back to throw. A short throw there to Strange. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. They'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Back to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Nick's looking to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars.